ListBox Control. I write C++. You see, C++ is deleted from the ListBox Control, but this is not a user friendly. Now the requirement is whatever item I select from the list box should get deleted. So let's change the code. Now instead of writing text box, write lbleft.selectedItem .text. Now when we say selected item .text, it brings the text of the selected item. Let's add a breakpoint to the code and run this website. Now the selected item is Java. Delete this item. Now you can see the text is Java, and it will remove the item Java from the ListBox control. Now because we have written the code to remove selected item, if a user doesn't select any item from the list box and click on the delete button, it will give an error. Now the error is object reference not set to an instance of object. Because we haven't selected any item in the list box control and we are removing selected item from the list box, that's why it is giving an error. So in order to avoid this error, just write down the code if lbleft.selected index not equal to -1. A -1 index comes when no item is selected. Or you can write down the code if listbox1.selected index is greater than or equal to 0. Because if you select an item, its index should be between 0 or greater than 0. It should be 0 or greater than 0. So let's write the code not equal to -1. Now run this code again. Now I'm clicking on the delete button without selecting an item from the list box control. Now you can see it doesn't come in the if block. Now in the else block, just write down response.write please select an item from list box. Now run this website again. See, it is firing an error. It is giving an error that please select an item from the list box control, and when you select an item from the list box control, the item will get deleted. So now let's write a code to move a single item from list box left to list box right. We want to move the single item, so the code will be written on this event. Now because we want to move the item to listbox2 control, so it will be like this: lbwrite.items.add. Now the item will come from listbox left, and we want to add selected item from listbox left. So lbleft.selectedItem.text. But now when I click on C again, it will again get added into the list box right. Now the requirement is once the item gets inserted into list box right, it should get deleted from list box left. So after insertion, write down the code lb left dot items dot remove. Now you can use two methods. Previously we have used remove method. Remove method basically remove by the name. Now we will be using remove at. Now remove at removes the item by the index. So now instead of writing lb left dot selected item dot text, we will write lb left dot selected index, because remove at method removes by the indexes. We have selected C++, removing this item. You can see here the text is C++ and it will get added into ListBox.SITE, and similarly the index of C++ was 1, so it will get deleted from ListBox left. You can see. Now the requirement is to delete multiple items from ListBox control. So before deleting multiple items from ListBox control, first we have to change the selection mode of the list box to from single to multiple. Now we can select multiple items from list box. You can see by pressing Control key, you can select multiple items from the list box. Now write down the code to delete multiple items. Now if I write the previous code which I have written for the single item deletion, listbox left dot items dot remove at and listbox left dot selected index. Now let's see what will happen. Now there are two selected indexes and I'm going to delete multiple items. It is showing only one, so index 1, now it comes out of the event handler. Now only one item get deleted, VB remains in the list box control. So in order to delete multiple items from the list box control, we have to apply a loop onto the list box. Now let's remember one thing. When we remove the item from the top, the index for rest of the items change. Now the index for C is 0, C++ is 1. When I remove C, the index for C++ become 1. But when I remove the items from the bottom, it doesn't make any effect on the indexes of other items. The index of Java will remain 1. So whenever we are deleting an item from the list box control, we should delete the item from the bottom rather than